Well, thank you so much for getting on the call, even though it really wasn't scheduled for today.
Sure.
So Beachbody, they just have so many learning opportunities for us to grow as a coach to help more and more and more people. And there's this guy, his name is Kim Carver. He's known as the Coach Whisperer. And he does a lot of training for our coaches. And so he came to Pittsburgh, and he actually travels all over and does what he calls a 3 vital behaviors training. Oh, there's Selena. Hi. Avery's in bed. Okay, I can't hear you. Can you hear us?
Hi, Selena.
All right, so can you hear me? Just no. Oh. It should be on. Are you on your phone? It should be on the. There you go.
I'm muted by accident.
How are you guys?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. All right. I actually already started recording, so it's okay.
You are recording. Okay, go on with your stuff. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So I was just explaining that Kim Carver, he is known as the Coach Whisperer. He basically travels all around and he trains coaches, and he's an amazing, amazing, amazing guy. And I actually had the opportunity, me and my coach had the opportunity to sit down and talk to him one-on-one, which was awesome. And I actually learned a lot about me as a leader for this team. And I'm going to start doing things a little bit differently because I'm more of a nurturer, and I just like to nurture my coaches and basically do what I can to help. But I kind of feel like by me doing everything is preventing everybody to learn how to become a leader of their own team. And what that means is that how do I explain? Man, pregnancy brain is kicking in big time right now. So basically, like when you start attracting people to you, like they're being attracted to you, not to me. So like when you start growing your own team of coaches, you know, they want to learn from you and they want to be mentored from you, and because they probably relate more to you than they would to me. So like he was basically saying like, you know, the first month you guys are going to basically take my coach basics and learn the foundation. And month 2 and month 3, like I'm going to start helping you develop into a leader basically of your own teams. So what do I mean by that is I want to, you know, help you start your own challenge groups, help you run your own sneak peek groups, and not by yourself, like for a while, like you guys can team up together. And then like the coach training groups, like right now I'm running all the coach training groups because I love doing that and I really enjoy doing that. But I feel like once you guys start having coaches of your own in the group, you should be a major part of that group and help train, because again, they're here because of you, and your success is their success. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Am I making sense? Okay.
Yep.
So, you know, it's me every Wednesday night getting on the call and telling them, you know, everybody, all this stuff. But, you know, we should all be learning how to lead our calls and to lead a team. So when we branch out and have our own team, you guys can learn to do that too. Like I, as a new coach, like I was so dependent on my coach, and I don't remember when it was in my business, but one day, like I just broke free of her. I took the challenge groups, I took the templates, and I made them my own. And I did the coach basics, whether I had one coach in it, when I had two coaches, and I made that training my own. And then like I just started developing more, and the more I developed as a leader, the better I got at it. So it's, I want to train each of you guys to be leaders, because one day I want you to run your own teams and be successful at doing that, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. But anyway, that wasn't part of the training. It's just he made me realize, he just made me realize like a lot of things about me and how like I can move my business forward. And it was just extremely helpful. So, I will never leave you guys, I would never leave you guys in the wind, you know what I mean? Because I want all of you guys to succeed. So I know it takes longer for others, to branch out on their own, just like it did for me. But I want you guys to succeed, So I really hope I'm explaining that right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. So basically after 3 months of being in this business, I think it would be a great idea for, you guys team up or just run your own sneak peeks on your own, and your own challenge groups. And I kind of feel like that'll motivate you more to find more people for these groups as well. So, but anyway, that's really the topic of this training tonight is to talk about the 3 vital behaviors training that I went to. Yes, I spent all day yesterday there and just learned so much. He's so amazing. So one of my huge takeaways from there. So in the beginning, he asked us who has basically lost weight. And he went and he's like, all right, raise your hand if you lost 5 pounds. Raise your hand if you lost 10 pounds. And these are all strictly coaches at this training, right? And then he gets up to 80 pounds. And then he gets up to 90 pounds. And then he gets up to 100 pounds. And there was a girl, all the hands in the room. And then there was a girl that lost 130 pounds. But what I got out of that was that every single person in that room, has a health and fitness journey. Not only are we helping people, but we are also helping ourselves as coaches. And this opportunity is helping us with our health. And I just found it amazing. And not everybody has a weight loss story. Not everybody gets into coaching because they have a weight loss story. But we all have a health journey. And I just loved seeing the amount of hands in that room, go up, with all the pounds lost. It was just really, really awesome to see. So our main focus for doing this is to help people, right? I know it's a business and I know we're in it to help, make money, but we're making money through helping people, become healthy. So we all have a story, whether it's a weight loss story or, whether it's just a health and fitness journey, but we all have our own story, our own experiences that will reach people in a different way, like nothing else. So we want to share our life experiences because our life experiences shape us into who we are as people. Whether we have an awful past, an abusive past, a drug history, an alcohol history, whether it's, I suffered from depression, I suffered from multiple miscarriages. We all have stories beyond just our health and fitness that can really, really help people. And at first I was not comfortable in sharing that. But I guess as I started coaching, I just felt being more vulnerable and helping would reach more people. So that was one of the things. So he went over the 3 vital behaviors, but the 2 that he basically spent the most on were being the proof that the products work and invite. So he started by saying that coaching is not easy, and I can attest to that. But what really hit home for me is that he said the steps are very simple, but we tend to overcomplicate it, which is so true. So being proof that the products work. So what keeps us coaches from doing this? And that's not everybody. You know, some coaches, you know, they go in and you know, they start their health and fitness journey and they go all in, you know, 110%. But then there's other coaches who struggle, you know, and there's many reasons why we struggle. Could be time management. It could be your why isn't strong enough. So he says that being a proof of the product works is extremely important, which I completely agree. I'm sorry, I'm just reading my notes here. So so being a proof of the products are important for many reasons. Your confidence increases, right? Your credibility increases. It actually teaches us to manage our time because, you know, if you work full time and you have families, you know, it teaches you to manage your time better and make yourself a priority. And I can't read my handwriting. Sorry. Self-discipline. You will get, okay, so basically when you become disciplined in one area, it helps develop you in other areas. So like, this is what I completely agree with. So if like you ever like miss a workout and the day that you miss the workout, you just eat horribly and then you eat horribly. Like it's just a chain effect, right? So, but if you continue to work out every day, you're going to eat better. You're going to post more on social media. Like I can tell you the first trimester of this pregnancy, I barely worked out because of my history of miscarriages. I was scared to miscarry. And it was really hard for me to post on social media because I felt like I had nothing to post about because I wasn't exercising. I wasn't, you know, my appetite, my eating was poor. So I'm like, I didn't have the motivation to actually grow my business during my first trimester and my business stalled. So if you be the proof the product works, it'll actually help you in other areas of your life, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, be your best customer. Do complete programs. By starting programs and stopping them and sharing that on social media constantly is, number one, it's not showing that the products are working. Number two, you're not being, there's no credibility there, you know, like people aren't going to trust you. And three, like, I feel like what makes me successful a little bit is that I actually have a before and after picture out of each program that I've done. Ever since I started as a coach, I've done all the programs that's come out since then. T25, the 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme. You know, I have the size, although my belly grew during size because I was pregnant. But, you know, it just, he said, be your best customer and have the customer experience over and over again. Make sure you're part of a challenge group. Make sure you share your story, you know, and how much these challenge groups help because they help so many people. You know what I mean? Like, including both of you, you know, it helped, you know, get you through your programs, you know, at first, you know, and it's just such a rewarding feeling, like to help people in this way. So being the proof of the product works is just so important. And he said, so for inviting, I feel is the scariest as a new coach. At least it was for me. I had the fear that when I sent out an invite, I am calling everybody fat and that they need to lose weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so not the case. And I've learned that over time. And you know, it's just so uncomfortable inviting at first, but just like everything else, that the more you do it, the better you become at it. And inviting does not necessarily mean sending out that invite, that I created for you guys to send out, join me in my health and fitness journey. And I'll explain that. Join my challenge group, and I'll explain that in a little bit. So he talked about building your network. And he said that which I agree, your network is your most important business asset. And in the beginning, as a new coach, your network is your warm market, they call it, your warm market. It's your friends, your family, and your acquaintances, right? But then over time, that fades. That goes away. So he actually drew this picture, which I'm like, it's genius. I got to add this to our coach training. So he drew this graph. So this is challengers. This is time. Okay. This is challenge. Can you see that? So this is challengers, and this says time. Okay. So as a new coach, all right, this is time, right? So like in the beginning, you have all these friends and family, and then over time that fades, right? Okay, so as this is fading, as a new coach, you should be using this time to grow your network. So the first 3 months, so as you grow your network as a new coach, you're going to be developing all these relationships with other people over time to expand your business and to make it last a very long time. So the first 3 months, month 1 and month 2 are usually the easiest for new coaches to get new business from people. The 3rd month is always a lot more difficult. And I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but 80% of coaches quit within the first 3 months. By month 3, because of all the no's that they're getting. But those coaches who push past those no's and just keep doing the 3 vital behaviors constantly are the coaches who succeed. So it's just so important to do the 3 vital behaviors and expand your network. And I talked about, for the new coaches, I talked about that on our new coach training this past week of, the importance of sending out friend requests every day. So, so one thing that, where was I? So he says constantly expand your network. So there's the memory jogger in the back office under, if you guys need help finding that, I'll let you know. And, so people who work, and I think about this all the time, but you guys feel like you have a disadvantage because of the whole time factor, right? But you have such an advantage over me, it's ridiculous. Because just think about all those people that you're meeting. So that that you can add to your network, that you can invite to these challenge groups. So this one girl came up and she told her story about, where she works and the advantages she has there. So every day she drinks her shake at work. She drinks it at work so people can see that she's drinking it. She brings in her 21-day fix containers. She brings her food in the 21-day fix containers so everybody can eat it. See what that's about. She does shake and shares in her lunchroom twice a year, where she'll bring in, the shake, make it for everybody and share it and tell people about it. And she just expands her market by making sure she friend requests these people, people on her, on Facebook. Place of appointment. I don't have that. So I'm using, moms groups and other avenues that, and trying to think of people that I used to work with. They also said use your spouse or significant other's network. So another coach, every time she posts, because her husband knows so many people, she tags, not every time she posts, but the post that she wants to reach more people, she tags her husband in it. Or if your husbands or significant others or wives are drinking, Shakeology, they can drink it at work too. There's just a lot of ways to grow. The networking groups on Facebook, there's so many groups on Facebook that you can network. I'm part of a General Hospital group. Yep. I still watch General Hospital. I just can't break it. Wait, you're muted, Selena. Wait a minute. What did you say?
No. You still watch General Hospital?
Yes.
Oh God, I think I stopped watching that in like 8th grade.
Yeah, I know. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I just can't let Jason and Sunny go, but
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. That's
so
funny.
I'm part of a General Hospital group. I'm part of a mom's group, but I never post anything about being a coach, my weight loss journey, nothing in those groups. What I do is that I participate in the threads of whatever people are talking about. And then I send friend requests to people, and then they can start following me, and then I can message them, eventually, and start a conversation. So those are just some ways to build your network. And then he also said, because I used to overwhelm myself with this, I felt like I had to start a blog. I had to go on Instagram. I had to figure out Pinterest. And I was and I didn't do any of it because I was just so overwhelmed, because that's me. When I'm overwhelmed, I kind of tend to back off and get paralyzed and not do anything. So he said, we actually had this conversation one-on-one too. He said that, basically just choose one social media platform and learn everything about that platform and use that platform. So for me, I thought about being a blog, but I'm not a writer. I'm horrible at writing. So I'm not going to have a successful blog. Instagram, I'd actually be willing to do because I take pictures a lot, as I'm always on Facebook. So just pick a social, media platform. But right now, realistically for me, I just don't have the time to do that right now. I'm expecting a baby in January. So my main focus is just going to be, Facebook and my page through that. But please, I encourage you to please expand, go to Instagram, start a blog, and expand your network. Target customer coach. Okay, so this was big too. So basically, as a new coach, I'm okay, post 3 to 5 times a day, but how do you do that? So he said basically, ask yourself who your target customer is. Who do you find yourself relating to best? Are they a mom? Are they a fashion guru? Are they a foodie? And ask these questions and what do they look like? And talk to that person on social media. And that is how you're going to create your niche market. So when your post, basically it's my niche market is who I am. You know what I mean? I'm a first-time mom. I'm expecting a second mom. I had a weight loss journey. I was depressed. You know what I mean? So I'm posting to that person every single time that I post. And he basically said, post to your old self. Does that make sense? Like right now, you ladies have gone through, a couple of challenges. You're feeling so good about yourself, but that's not who you were when you first started. And the people who you were when you first started is basically who you're going to attract. Mm-hmm. So talk to that person through your posts on social media. Let them know how hard it was for you. Don't be the perfect specimen of a coach, because people aren't going to be able to relate to you on that. Mm-hmm. Did you have a hard time, with, he basically said, don't be a Beachbody billboard. Every post shouldn't be about Beachbody. You should just speak to your niche market, come with, share recipes, you know, share mom tips, share funny stories about your kids, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, share how tough it was, you know, and how upset you were, and how many times that you started and stopped, you know, a health and fitness journey, and, you know, just, you know, some ideas. So you're inviting, actually isn't all about sending a personal message. Your inviting starts before you even say one word per potential client, because it's through your posts. It's what you're sharing through social media is how you're starting to get them attracted to you. So you have to just be, you know, aware of what we're putting out there. So you want to share your personal story. You want to share your transformation. You want to share your ongoing progress, whether it's, you know, good, if you had a bad day. And you also want to share about why you joined Beachbody. And then he said to read the book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. And I actually heard so many people say how good this story is about posting on social media. So highly recommend that. It's by, I thought I wrote it down, Gary Vaynerchuk. V as in Victor, A-Y-N as in Nancy, E-R, Chuck, C-H-E-C-K, Vaynerchuk. So I'm going to grab that book. Because basically your jabs, jab, 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 are all those posts about your story, your transformation, ongoing progress, so they can see, you know, how everything is going for you. And then the right hook is like your actual invite. So, so basically inviting. Okay. So I gave you guys, you know, the invite to use, you know, of, you know, join my next challenge. We all struggle with our health and fitness. I don't know, whatever it is, word by word, but, you know, I tell you guys, copy and paste that to people. But over time, like, and I did that as a new coach, but my invites don't look like that anymore, because I've built relationships up with people that I don't send them that invite anymore. I just ask them, because I've built that relationship through health and fitness with them already, that I just say, and I'm very sincere, and I have this challenge group coming up. I think it'd be perfect for you, to help you in this and this and this way. What do you think? Would you want to join it? So my challenge groups don't look like, my next challenge is starting, blah, blah, blah. So, so that's where he says, you send that invite to your friends, your family, acquaintances as a new coach. But then as you're expanding your market and you're building relationships with people, you want to form, it's actually an acronym, FORM, F-O-R-M, relationships with people. So when you're having a conversation with somebody, you want to form them. So you want to, the F means family. You want to talk to them about their family. Excuse me. Do you live around here? Do you have kids? O is for occupation. What do you do for a living? What do you do for work? What do you like about it? Just form a relationship with them. R is for recreation. What do you like to do for fun? It's just building a relationship with these people over time. So basically what I do is that I expand my network mostly from my Facebook like page, which, and for the new coaches, we'll talk about that next week in your coach training. But so these are people that don't know me. I don't know them. So I'm basically forming a relationship with them. I don't invite them, to my challenge groups right away. I don't talk to them about Beachbody. And even as a new coach, when you're sending out friend requests as well to these people, start talking to them non-Beachbody related. So then over time, when you built a relationship with them, you can talk to them about inviting your challenge group. And don't forget, over that time, they're seeing your posts about, your whatever you're posting. So basically, inviting is more about connecting, building trust, and offering to help. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. So okay, and he talked about obviously, you know, he doesn't like using the word objections. I forgot what word he used in its place. I was like, God, it's so good, and now I forgot. But a no is it's a no is not a no, and you know, for the new, and I tell you guys this all the time, is it's just a not right now. And I can't, and I hope you guys just soak that in, please. A no is not, has nothing to do with you. A no is, you know, nothing that you said that's wrong. It's, they are just not ready right now. A no doesn't necessarily mean that they don't even have the money. It's just, they're not ready right now. And let me tell you that those no's turn into yeses when they are ready. So if you keep posting on social media, if you keep doing everything that we tell you to do, they will think of you when they are ready. Or you can invite them in a few months from now, and then they'll finally agree. I actually had somebody purchase a challenge pack for me today who I started working with a year and a half ago. And she's kept telling me no this whole entire time. She has no money. She can't do it. It's not even an option for her. And she contacted me. You know, it's just so important to just realize that it has nothing to do with you. Oh, so like the one thing, okay. So I know a lot of coaches, what's the word? Not a lot of coaches. You don't want to feel salesy. I know a lot of people think, oh, you know, I don't want to become a health and fitness coach because, you know, I'm no good in sales. You know, I don't want to come across salesy. And that's not why we do what we're doing. We are not salespeople. We are helping people. And the one thing that stuck with me that he asked, do you believe in what you do? Because it's only salesy if your motivation is selfish. I was like, God, that makes so much sense. If it's all about the money, then yes, you're going to come off as a salesperson. But if you're all about helping that person, you are going to come, that's exactly how it's going to, because you're going to care about, you know, their goals. You're going to talk to them about how they're feeling. And I was like, gosh, that's so true. It's so true. So he just says, show genuine interest, which 100% agree. And we want to show confidence in what we have and how these are working for us. We want to like, I know, like, we try and hit certain goals. Like, Beachbody has certain incentives for us, you know, Hit Success Club every month, which each of us should really strive for. But when we put our goals in front of helping people, that's exactly how we will come across. We'll come across pushy because, you know, we want to hit Success Club, which we do. But if you do all these things right, you are going to reach your goal every month. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Did I just explain that right?
Yeah, what's Success Club?
So Success Club every month is, every time you sell a challenge pack, it's equal to 2 points. And every time you sell Shakeology on Home Direct, it's equal to 1 point. And Success Club, if you hit Success Club 5, there's a lot of incentives to that. And including, that's how you can earn your free trip through Beachbody every year. That's a perfect way to gauge how you're growing your business. Every coach wants to hit at least Success Club 5 every month of their business. And as a new coach, if you hit Success Club the first month as a coach, you get a call with Carl Deichler, who is the CEO, who is absolutely amazing. And then if you hit it for the first 3 months of your business, you get a free ticket to Beachbody's convention called Summit, which is a huge deal. It was such a great, I went to Nashville in July for it, and it was awesome. But also, too, Success Club, if you hit Success Club 5 every month, there's a free gift that Beachbody gives away. 1 month it was P9, like the whole P90X system, P90X, P90X2. It's actually the first time they gave away a workout program. Other months it could be personal development books. It could be, Beachbody swag. I've gotten a lot of really cool gifts through Beachbody from hitting Success Club 5 every month. And then once you become an Emerald coach and hit Success Club 5, you get leads through Beachbody, which means like anybody who orders from the infomercial or, online, they're assigned a coach. So you get at least 5 of those every month. And then if you hit Success Club 10 as an Emerald coach, or above, you'll get actually paid leads, some paid leads, where you'll actually earn the commission off of what they buy. So there's a lot of really good incentives of hitting Success Club every month. So that should be and we're going to go over that in your coach training, I believe, this week. So there's a lot of incentives to hitting Success Club every month. So as a coach, they don't force you to sell, but there's a lot of great incentives if you do sell a certain amount. So, but we'll talk about that this week. Do you have any questions on that? No. All right. Do you guys have any questions about anything that
I'm starting to freak out that you are going to let us go. And I think that, being so busy with work and everything, I really do rely on you for a lot of things. I'm really fearful about like what that's going to look like as you try to work on your own personal growth.
Yes. So you have, and I get that, but also too,
you're giving, and I also get it. Like you're giving us the tools and you're trying to have us grow ourselves. And like, as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, okay, well, if push comes to shove, like I know that like Elizabeth and I could like totally rock a challenge and that would be fine. But like, it's kind of scary thinking about that because
I 100% agree. And again, you guys are never going to be alone. Like I'm always still going to be here for you. So like for me, I know I'm not going to have challengers, enough challengers of my own group to do every single month, so I'm going to be teaming up with other people. Like we're all a team here. You know what I mean? I think it's more so like, I just want to help everybody branch out and become leaders. Like right now, like I'm running Coach Basics group, but not everybody's coach is getting on these calls, which is really important. You know what I mean? Like we should all be participating in that, and showing that it's hard to explain. Like you'll as the months, you guys are both new, so like as the months go on, you'll see what I'm talking about, and especially once you build your own teams. But don't worry, you're never gonna go. I'm not going anywhere. But also, what worries me is that in January, I don't know what I'm gonna be. Like.
I feel like you do a lot of the setup of the groups and everything, and like the pre, oh my God, why am I saying preseason?
Prep,
but
yeah.
Thank you. The prep week. So like basically being able to kind of give that away to other people as well.
Yeah, that's very easy. And that's all in a template.
I know. I love those templates.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's just cutting and pasting. I mean, that's all just very easy. And opening up a group, like I'll show you guys how to do that. It's so easy. Do you guys have challengers for tomorrow?
I don't believe I do. No.
Do you, Elizabeth? Oh, wait, you're muted.
Sorry. She's fussing, so I muted it.
That's okay.
No, I don't. I just saw that, or when I watched your the phone call from last Thursday or Wednesday, whenever it was, I saw the thing to do the invite, and I was like, oh, missed that.
We're actually going to get kicked off. Do you guys want me to start a conversation between the two of us on Facebook?
Sure.
Can you do that? How do we do that?
What?
Do you just mean a conversation? No. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Okay. All right. Just because we're only allowed a certain amount of time on this Zoom call, and we're going to get kicked off now.
Okay.
So, all right.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night, ladies.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.